I'm moving on as I'm fighting what's inside of me. I don't know if it's dream or reality, 'cause your lies and your pain makes me wanna scream, but I'm finding a way that will set me free. I'm so addicted to you. I'm so conflicted with you. Can't you see that we can't believe we're through? I should've opened my eyes to your ugly disguise. You were destined to be my greatest enemy.
You're next to rock and roll.
Rock and roll
Kinsman.
stars. Yes, we've
Yeah.
got a packed Studio 67 here tonight.
That's right. I like the distance between us tonight there,
Do ya?
Kinsman. I'm a little more comfortable.
You can't
with
kick me
Poor,
underneath the seats.
poor Paul's in for a night of like cliches and dad jokes. He's got to cover his ear.
That's why he brought the accordion. He brought an accordion with him to drown out those cliches.
Anytime Paul Kinsman does a bad dad joke or cliche, just
You'd be like,
blast
wah,
him with
wah,
some
wah.
accordion, please. All right, introduce our guest there.
Yes, all right. So we have, obviously, you see this gentleman around town, very multi-musician, instrument talented. You know, the guy plays every instrument, self-taught. Paul Sebalj.
Thanks.
In the flesh, in the studio, and the former tourism, you were the manager of tourism.
Manager of tourism.
Yeah. Tourism
Retired.
in Timmins, now retired.
Yeah.
Guy Lamarche.
Can't sing, can't dance. Sorry, Paul.
That's all right.
And you don't normally leave Kamoskosia, but you made the trip for us tonight.
Yes, I did. I'm doing my buddies from Wawaitin Holiday Park a bit of a favor here. I'm pitch hitting.
So so you're retired, and Kinsman works like he's retired. So you guys got something in similar there.
There we go. There's the first dad joke. Wah, wah, wah,
Oh, there it is right there. It came from me. That sucks. I thought that was a current singer. Okay, fair enough. It has to be equal. And Paul, we know a funny thing about the song, I say we wrote together, but Paul wrote it. We played it on the show, and we got flagged by a company in Europe that said they own the song. Fake Facebook man.
No way.
BMI Industries in Europe says we can't play the song that we wrote.
That you guys created.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Back to the drawing board, I guess.
They own it. I don't know
right.
what happened there, but we got flagged for copyrighted print.
They picked up the
like,
tab on it.
They're like,
Sorry about
prove
that
that you own it. Well, have you heard this terrible rapping? That's me, man. No one else.
Who would want to own that?
Who would want to own it? I wonder how much they're making off it.
Yeah, they're making a royalty anyway.
All right, so we're here to chat a pretty big Canada Day
Yeah.
celebration. Something happening in August. Kinsman, why don't you provide
Canada
the
Day
introduction
in August,
and
yeah.
let's get to the guests.
So Wawaitin Holiday Park is, the destination for if people are looking for something to do. Tell us about Canada Day. Happy Canada Day and that.
Yeah, so the fine folks at Wawaitin Holiday Park are hosting a Canada Day party again this year, but with a bit of a different twist. It's Canada Day in the lake. So they're setting up a musical stage on shore as well as a floating barge facing the bay. And so the guests who are attending this concert will be in their boats, their kayaks, their canoes, their pontoons, their floaties, or in the water. That's the only way
you can watch
that
the
you
concert.
can actually watch the concert. And
Is to be in the lake.
It's going to be in the lake, literally in the lake. And the same thing will happen again on August the 6th when we welcome country recording star Larry Berrio with his Timmins version of Sandbanks, Berrio's Sandbanks. So we're looking forward to that, and I agreed to do some heavy lifting for the boys at Wawaitin Holiday Park, and here I am.
Here you are doing some heavy lifting, and you look at the schematics of that park. If anybody's never been, Wawaitin, it should be on the list of must do's and sees, on that bucket list.
Yeah, well, it's a well-equipped park, fully serviced. In addition to that, they have a number of yurts for rent.
Now, what is a yurt?
A yurt is a small version of a cottage. It's not as well equipped as a cottage, but it accommodates people comfortably. It's got all of the necessities, if you will.
Okay, amenities.
The cottage is a bigger version of the yurt. And so they've got cottages, yurts for rent. And if you've never done the glamping experience, they also have fully equipped glamping tents. Glamping is a short form for glamour camping. And if you check out the setup, it'll blow you away.
We'll see some of the pictures
Oh, yeah.
online. Your accommodations glamping are better than your houses inside, the city.
For sure.
It's unreal what they set you up at.
I've been to hotels during my travel days that were not as well appointed as a glamping tent. And a lot of people prefer to do glamping. And so if you're looking for a real blast on Canada Day 2023, head to Wawaitin Holiday Park. And I would strongly suggest that you book some of the accommodations there and take in the VIP reception afterwards, featuring none other than Paul.
Yeah, Paul's going to be playing.
Well, we're going to walk through that. I'm going to get Ronnie to actually post the link to their Facebook page, to their web page, and you can find out all the awesome amenities. Glamping's more your style, kids.
Well, glamping...
You would never survive in a tent to begin with.
You know what? I would survive in the tent. But as you get older, when you see the glamping, that is more, that's more of the camping style now. It's like going from the tents and you go to the RVs, which it is a fully serviced RV park, by the way.
And I hear one of these packages, you get served meals.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I'm talking about.
Well, looking at one of the adventures, two adults would book a 2-weekend getaway, and like the 10 meals served. Like, what are they?
They're
the
high,
food is
they're
phenomenal.
high-end meals. Anything from lobster to Arctic char to wild rice. So a little bit of everything, but it's on the higher end of the scale. Wine is always a commodity that is served with these packages. I remember one year when I was with Tourism Timmins, the folks from Wild Exodus brought a glamping tent to the Outdoor Adventure Show in Toronto. We were a showstopper the whole weekend. People from the Toronto area looking for an outdoor adventure couldn't get enough of the glamping product as promoted by us at that show.
No, and even seeing it set up when the kayak, festival
yeah,
was
exactly.
on. One of those set up, and you
Correct.
said you would actually camp in this, and people who are, let's say not the tenters, why wouldn't you glamp?
Yeah, and the other thing that we need to draw attention to for both July 1st as well as the August 6th shows, you can't just show up at Wawaitin Holiday Park, which is at the very end of Dalton Road, and expect to launch your boat. You need to reserve in advance. There's a small fee.
Okay.
There's capacity limitations. I believe they're limited to 30 boats and vehicles on site. Otherwise, you've got to head to the cache off Highway 144.
And launch your boat there.
And launch your boat there, which is a public boat launch. Do the 15 or 20-minute trek back to Wawaitin Holiday Park in order to do the show. So I want to emphasize that because I don't want people to drive up to the park and be turned away. You need a reservation in advance in order to enjoy their docking and parking.
That's right. And you'll be able to book that through the link that Ronnie's provided.
It's in the comment
Very
thread.
timely. Thank you, Ronnie. So let's focus in on Canada Day. So once again, big celebration. It's Canada Day. What exactly is happening this day, and when do things kick off?
So things kick off at 2 o'clock. Kyle and Dak are going to provide entertainment from 2 to 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, the headliner takes to the stage, and that is Coldwater, the band. And I'm going to tell you, I've done a lot of work with Coldwater this year. I can't think of a harder working group of musicians. This is a 6-person band. These guys, and this is what happens in the back rooms of music is not something that I was familiar with. And these guys practice 7 days a week. 7 days a week. They chime in, and there's a practice, and so they've really honed their skills in order to really knock this out of the park on Canada Day.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Plus, I can also tell you that the opening for Barrio was a big bonus for the folks that are part of Coldwater, and for that reason, they've been practicing because we know
You know how good
practice makes
Barrio
perfect,
is,
right?
yeah. And you want it to stand out there.
Yes.
You know,
So-
all ears are going to be tuned that night.
So hats off to them. And listen, July 1st is somewhat of a dress rehearsal, if you will, for August the 6th, which is going to be a bigger show. We're expecting a huge number of participants to make their way to Wawaitin Holiday Park from cottages. And I ran into people from Connaught the other day while I was out shopping, and the gentleman said, "Hey, you're Guy Lamarche. You're involved with the Barrio and the Sandbanks." So I'm coming in from Connaught. I've rented a cottage, and we're going to be there. So I'm expecting 100, 150 boats
Okay.
for that event.
A big party.
Big party.
Big party.
And I want to chat about that in a second, but just back to Canada Day, because the festivities don't end after the party's done in the water. Mr. Paul Sebalj is going to be playing.
He's the performer on the land.
To the
Yeah.
You're not invited, Kinsman, because it's for VIPs. But
Yes, very
It is by
important people.
invitation again.
by
There
invitation.
we go. I gotta go, wah, 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 wah.
That's right. I thought Paul liked my jokes. We're gonna have to talk after this. I'm getting all the want.
You need one of these.
Yeah. Maybe that's gonna follow me around.
Yeah,
But
he can follow you around
let's-
24/7.
So what's happening with Paul later on in the day on Canada Day?
So, like Mr. Lamarche was saying, so we're gonna have Dax and Kyle play from 2 to 4, and then Coldwater is gonna play after that, and then that will be like where the boats are gonna come out. And they're gonna play for the boats, and then down the park later on, then that's when I'm gonna be bringing out a trio with my buddy Chad and Pat Lozier. So
Nice.
we'll be kind of rocking the
yeah.
rocking the stage for the rest of the night, and hopefully don't get no noise complaints. But
Noise complaints.
you never know, eh?
Right? Turn it down.
And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is a 19 plus event, Guy.
It is,
when
yes.
Paul,
Yes, it is.
Paul, what it's called, Paul Sebalj and crew, or
In music.
and Paul Sebalj and music.
well,
When you play in a trio, you have a different name for it, don't you?
yeah. So like I don't know if we really have an official name. We're just kind of some guys that get together whenever we can and just have a good time playing music. So no official name yet.
No.
But if you guys have any ideas, feel
Yeah.
free to.
It used to be
Should
Paul.
be a contest.
Careful what you wish for.
yeah,
Careful what you
then
wish
yeah, I
for.
might get another one of those.
It used to be Paul Sebalj and Jamie Klomp. See, that changed pretty quickly there. We've got
Changed
radio
pretty
play.
quick.
That's
yeah.
funny.
What a downer. Okay, so that's with Paul and his crew. It's 19 plus, and how do you get involved in this?
But the simple answer is to make contact with the either through their website or social media,
Yeah, like the park directory.
or you can reserve online for a seat in the VIP reception. They will decide if you make the cut or not. It's limited, obviously, to a number of seats.
Okay.
And Red Seal Catering will be providing
awesome.
the catering service for the meal that night.
You're off. So pretty much an amazing day capped off by this is
By an
one heck of a
amazing
Canada
night.
Day
Yeah,
celebration.
no kidding.
Yeah.
You know what? They've stepped up, and hats off to them. They were a strong supporter of a lot of what we did at Tourism Timmins over the years for Canada Day, as well as the Kayak Challenge and other events that we staged. And so they've taken the bull by the horn, so to speak, and they're doing their own thing.
It's a
now.
beautiful property that
It
they
is,
have
it
down
is,
there.
absolutely.
And again, if you've never been, just any one of the tours.
Yeah.
You book a weekend, and again, they say throw in private pontoon tours, guided fishing tours, canoe tripping, kayaking, you name it, it's on the list.
Wild Exodus has been designated by both the Canadian Tourism Industry Association and the Tourism Industry Association of Ontario as a signature tour company. So that says a lot about the provider of that service. And they go over and above, and they really take things up a notch or two.
So definitely reserve your tickets.
Yeah, reserve your
for
tickets
Canada
now.
Day. Thank you, Ronnie, for getting the link back up. Okay, so let's shift over to August the 6th once again. I can't decide which one I like the best.
Got to go to both.
They're both pretty awesome. So Larry Barrio, obviously an amazing artist. Cold Water's opening. So what can people expect on August the 6th?
You can expect a kick-ass show is
Yeah.
what you can expect on August 6th. Listen, go back to Stars and Thunder. Larry Barrio opened up for Keith Urban and stole the day. I mean, Barrio has got a strong stage presence.
He does, yeah.
He's got
Yep.
a baritone voice, the likes people would kill for, and he's a consummate performer. Barrio owns the stage, and when he came calling 2 years ago, asking me to help him stage a Timmins version of the Sandbanks show, I didn't have time then. I was just moving and I was on the go, but he came back, and I was happy to help out, and I was, totally happy to see Wild Exodus come on board as the key sponsor.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good show, and it's going to be an annual. You can expect Wild Exodus to do this going forward. They've earned first right of refusal, and Barrio has signed an agreement that he would be back.
He's going to do
if
this
it's
every year.
Every year.
And of course, to have that happen every year, they got to make this year smashing.
Correct.
A
And I-
smashing success. Right?
Based on the number of inquiries that I fielded so far, I think it will be a smashing success.
Yeah.
I also know that Larry has enjoyed 5 or 6 years of successful shows in Sudbury area, Lake Wanapitei. I think Larry said to me this year that last year they had upwards of 180 boats at the Sudbury show.
Wow.
So that's a lot of people in the water.
Yeah, that's big time, right?
And you know what? If you look at some of the visuals from his website, there were probably as many people in the lake as there were on the lake. So that speaks volumes.
It does.
Well,
of-
that was
of
my
Larry.
my next statement. So, like, of course, a lot of people, if you have a boat, you're going to be on the lake in your boat's pontoons. But if you don't have a boat, you're standing in the lake enjoying some music, right?
You're standing
in
in
a
a lake.
rubber dinghy.
Bring a floaty.
Rubber.
Yeah.
Bring a floaty.
Bring
Your
whatever.
swan,
Yeah.
yes.
But again, the big takeaway here, you can't trespass on the Wawaitin Holiday Park lands in order to access the water. You've got to
Register.
register for a small fee or use the cash.
Right, yeah.
So if you're just standing in the water and you have no boat, it's a long swim.
It's a long swim.
It's a long
They're
swim.
going to kick you
Kingsman
out of
will
there.
piggyback me all the way down the lake.
There we go. Wait for it.
Yeah, that's 3 for me, none for Kinsman. It's a reverse night.
3 wah-wahs.
Okay, so Jill is saying, wonder if they allow us to bring our own RVs. Gonna look after the show. This sounds like
Sounds
it's
like a
better to
better
stay.
to
Yeah,
stay
better to
weekend.
stay the weekend.
Yes,
Do you
yeah,
have the
for
answer
sure.
to
Yeah,
that?
you can actually. They've got a full service park with a pretty big capacity. They have their seasonal and they have their transient their transient sites. So absolutely, you can rent a camping spot for the weekend in your RV
And like all of their rates and stuff are available online, so you
Correct.
can go visit wildexodus.com, and they have like all the information that we're basically saying here on their website as well.
And so many packages that when you do choose the packages, they throw in, the pontoon tours or everything's all packaged together nicely.
Yeah.
with the Barrio show and probably with the July 1st performances as well. The musicians are staying back, and so there's somewhat of a unofficial meet and greet.
Yeah.
So people that are following Larry Barrio in his career will have a chance to get up front and personal with Larry. There's going to be some merch tents set up. He's also raffling an autographed guitar. So there's a whole bunch of things that are happening on the peripheral. One of our sponsors, 93.1 Country, are also going to be there with their cruiser, and they're going to have merch tents as well. And so it's going to be
a smoking weekend.
Yeah, I think it will be on both fronts,
Now,
the 1st and the 6th.
JC chimed in and he reminded us that Paul is also doing the VIP entertainment on August the 6th. Did you know that, Paul?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to back.
I thought we
VIP.
were getting to that
Yeah.
eventually. Eh?
Okay, but
Yeah,
but
so-
think of this: you go to an amazing party, and then the party you don't have to go home. Right?
It
You continue on with Paul Sebalj.
Yes.
Party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's extra accordions in case you guys want to come on.
Yeah, you had me at a
Play the
accordion.
spoons.
Yeah. Play the spoons. Give him a honk.
Yeah.
That was a real dud, Paul. I feel like because is Kinsman intimidating you. Over
That's
there?
it. I
It's
don't
the
know.
new beard.
Intimidating him.
Yeah,
It's the beard.
because he said Paul has a great mustache. I'm going to do better, and I'm going to
That's
grow a
it.
beard.
We're taking over.
That's
We're
it,
taking
eh?
over.
But you can't beat Guy's hair, Kinsman.
No,
He's got the best hair.
he has always had the stylish hair.
Yeah.
So important. Nice
Even
to
in
make that hair
retirement,
still.
you're still combing the hair.
Yeah. Still needs a good cut though. I'm far removed. I live on the outskirts now. No barbershops there.
Pretty lucky guy.
Yeah.
But,
Pretty
would it-
cool.
okay, so is there any? I want to get Paul to play a little bit, but I don't want to miss out on anything on this amazing campground, these two awesome dates.
No, I think you've covered a lot of ground, and I think we've answered or shared those things that needed to be shared. Again, do not show up unless you've got a reservation. It's got to be done in advance for insurance purposes, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
for sure.
it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to book a package or a parking or whatever it is that you need, or make your way to the cache, public parking, public boat launch, and do a 20-minute water truck back.
Commute from there.
Yeah.
Well, it's
so-
just like any other event. You do have to purchase something to
Correct.
to get in. But look at the long weekends. Now, is August the 6th Is that the long weekend or is that the weekend after?
I do believe
It's
I
a
think
long
August
weekend.
There you go.
6th is,
So
It's the Monday.
is that
it's
not the
Sunday.
civic holiday?
Yeah, it's the
Yes,
Sunday of the
that's
civic
right.
holiday.
Yeah.
The other thing, not to be outdone here, but Wild Exodus, I've always had fireworks on July the 1st. Now, fingers are crossed. I know that right now that's
With the fire ban, there's
with
no
the fire
fireworks at
ban,
all. Eh?
that may be a no-go, but expect fireworks if the fire ban is lifted. I'm pretty sure. I can't speak for them, but I will speak for them.
We'll say unofficially, but kind of officially.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
Could-
We don't
could
want to.
see
We don't
some
want to give away
fireworks.
all of our secrets
Don't
here.
give away
eh?
the secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, need to buy a pass first.
You can tell Guy's used to presenting to people. We didn't even have to come in tonight, kids. We could have just took a nap and used their again. I thought that was a good one.
That's your
Ronnie,
that's
where's
your
my
fourth.
backup here? I'm getting blasted. Ronnie's not getting paid tonight, then, kids. He's supposed to be on my side. Okay, what do you think we get Paul to play a little?
I don't know. What do you want to
something a
play?
little bit there?
What can you play on there for us?
I don't know. I thought maybe you'll play a little song. You guys remember how to do the chicken dance?
I do.
Chicken dance.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if you still remember
All
it.
right, you ready?
Let's see if I still remember it. I'm gonna try not to.
There
You know
Give
what?
him a wah wah.
Maybe
Chicken
we'll
soup.
Instead of rubbing that, maybe we just get here.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can,
gonna hold this.
you could be the microphone man
yeah.
for me for a sec here.
All right.
Look at this service. And
Oh, there's JC.
big thanks
Yeah,
to
yeah. You
to,
said
KINZ and
Paul will
KLOMP too
also
for
indicate,
having
so
us.
he did
we
remind
go.
us, and we brought that up.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
You remember how to do it?
Yeah, it's like this, right? Right. Why am I the only one? You know?
I'm holding his mic.
Oh, I gotta stay in camera. Is that how it goes? No, I look like I'm trying to. Okay,
There
well,
we go.
I'm the
Any
only
more,
one.
and I'll have to send you an invoice.
I'm the only right. Fair enough. Bill Kinsman. There you go.
There we go.
Mark's busy playing with
There
his,
we go.
his
Play,
loud.
Let's
playing
do
with
the
his
chicken soup.
loud
Yeah,
mic.
the chicken soup. Yeah. Maybe I'm more of a borscht guy myself.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Guy Lamarche, Paul Sebalj.
That's
man.
it. Guy and
Hey,
Paul.
thanks for having us.
You
It's
got
yeah,
it, man.
it's
You
nice.
got
Hey,
it.
man.
great
Always
seeing
a
you.
pleasure.
Good to see you
We
too there,
appreciate
Guy.
you.
Yeah.
First time,
over there.
first
Yeah,
time
that's
in
right.
the studio.
In the
so-
studio,
Yeah, me too.
67.
Not
So you go.
not the last time.
Yeah, not your
hopefully,
last
so.
time. And again, get your tickets. Get reserved for that weekend and both those weekends.
Perfect.
That's it.
And we're going to work on that copyright issue. Because one of the songs we did, the Timmins songs, actually played on the radio, Kinsman. No thanks to you when you were there. You said no. I went to my boy Mitch Wilson, and he said yes.
In the meantime, we gotta work on that chicken dance.
We gotta work. Well, I'm the only one that did it. Not Ray. That was bad. I know.
Chicken dance. Yeah. Get copywritten for that song now.
All right, Ronnie. Let's thank our amazing sponsors. We appreciate them. We'll say goodbye to these great folks.
Yes, we will, and we'll be right back. We've got movie tickets to give away.
All right, sounds good.
And here's a week to book off the Stardust Festival coming to the city August 25th through September 2nd. The festival will officially begin with an evening gala on Friday, August 25th at 6 p.m. at Cedar Meadows Resort and Spa. To book your tickets, you can find them online through eventbrite.ca. And just for the fun of it, mini putt and batting cages, book your tee time, take a few cuts in the batting cage, or just cool off in the splash zone. Call Don Marcoux to book your summer fun today, 705-264-7888. And Rock of the River, who's got a ticket for the Country Night, Friday, July 21st, featuring Dallas Smith, the James Barker Band, the Wreck Laws, Rosewood Ave. Or how about the Rock Night, Saturday, July 22nd, featuring the likes of Papa Roach, Default, Crown Lands, and Dopamine. Get your tickets online now at rotr.ca. And the Punjabi Restaurant, dive into the Punjabi cuisine in the downtown core, located 211A Algonquin Boulevard East. And some fun events happening at your Timmins Public Library this week. Some of the events include B-City Timmins Indigenous Peoples Day coming up on Wednesday, board game groups on Thursday, story walks at Hersey Lake, and orientations to Ontario, happening on June 23rd and 24th this week. Get all the details on the Timmins Public Library Facebook page today. In DAP Cleaning Solutions, residential commercial cleaning excellence guaranteed. Book now with Andrew N. for your carpet cleaning, strip, and wax jobs for your commercial unit. Call Ann for your free quote, 705-465-3500. And Dare Timmins teaming up with the mini putt and batting cages for free mini putt. Coming up this Saturday, 11 to 2, free swag, and the first 100 kids will play mini putt for free. And free estimates with V&M Renovations. Contact Max and Justin today for your kitchen, bathroom, bedroom reno. Maybe some mini excavating that needs to be done. Call them today, 705-372-3832. And the Urban Park put on by the Downtown Timmins BIA, gearing up for a fun summer. All begins July 5th with Carnival Week in your downtown along 3rd. Get all your details at yourdowntowntimmins.com. And the Cooperators Timmins, book now with Sebastian Vermette and his team for your investment goals. Maybe some life insurance plans. Call now for a consultation or visit them today, 239 Wilson Avenue, or book an appointment. Call Sebastian Vermette today, 705-264-4395. In Jackpot City Gaming, play some bingo, Vegas-style games, and they're now fully licensed at 251 First Avenue. And Royal LePage, are you buying or selling? Contact Albert Seal to have Albert Seal your deal with Northern Realty Leaders. Royal LePage, 705-465-3493. In another busy week at Imagine Cinemas with Spider-Man, Transformers Rise of the Beast, and The Flash. Get your tickets and showtimes online at ImagineCinemas.com. And some big events leading up to St. Jean-Baptiste Day. You'll find all the fun online at LaRonetimmins.ca. And the Timmins Indigenous Organizations Committee welcomes everyone to join us in celebrating Indigenous culture in the community with National Indigenous Peoples Day coming up this Wednesday at Hollinger Park. Begins bright and early at 5:30 a.m. with the sunrise ceremony with the lighting of the sacred fire. And then throughout the day, 11 to 7, traditional drumming and dancing, games and activities for all ages. Also at 12 noon, the opening song and prayer with opening remarks. All are welcome. Also happening that day, Socks and Undies Drive. Join us at Hollinger Park and bring down. You're encouraged to bring socks and new undies for their drive. Again, 11 to 7. Wednesday at Hollinger Park. And welcome to Timmins Night, put on by the Timmins and District Multicultural Center. They want you to save the date. September the 6th, 6 to 8 at the McIntyre Curling Club.
Movie passes, Kinsman.
Movie passes,
Yeah, there we go.
something pretty spectacular that Colin and his crew have launched. The sensory-friendly movies and showings are coming back again this Saturday.
Amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
Spider-Man, they've got The Flash, Transformers, Elemental. He's in there. I'm missing one.
You're not on your game tonight.
No,
because Guy did your job tonight.
Well, there
Yeah,
you go. There's Spider-Man.
So Tricia said, Jamie, you did well with the chicken dance. Well, thank you. I think that's a bit of a fib.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
I do appreciate that. Tricia always has my back. Hard to type with your kid on your lap. Yes, it is hard to type with kids on laps, Louise.
Yes.
There we go. You can see it up there.
Yes, it is.
Quit looking over at my iPad, see what's going on over here. But yeah, isn't this like they got 2 long weekend parties going on?
2 long weekend parties. Right? So if you're looking for something to do, there you go.
What are you going to do? You
Holiday Park.
You glamping? You're a glamper.
I'd probably be a glamper.
How you going to comb that beard if you're not glamping? Can't do that in a tent, can you?
No, don't think it will be tenting. Glamping for Tracy.
That's right. Yeah. Glamping. Well, I thought you were inviting me, but you're inviting Tracy. Fair enough. I understand. I know. What are you laughing about there, Ronnie? Ronnie's going to go out there with his significant other.
Yeah, that's it.
Ronnie's going to pull up in a big monster RV with Bose speakers. And he'll say, if it's, don't go a knocking if it's rocking. That's what he's going to tell us. I won't be knocking, Ronnie. Don't you worry about that. Big shout out today for everyone who put on the
National Indigenous Peoples Day. Shout out to everybody down at Hollinger Park. What a great setup that was.
Are you kidding me?
The biggest setup that we've seen in, I think this year's the biggest year yet.
Yeah.
For that.
It was
and again,
really
great
amazing.
to see the Indigenous celebrations, everybody enjoying the bannock and the food, the vendors. I'm going to say easy 50 plus deep for exhibitors down there today.
It was tremendous.
Showcasing all their Indigenous culture and items. Great.
So there's Danielle. I believe Danielle's still with the college, and the college is involved in so many events. But it was a great turnout. I agree. Like when we were down there, that was a full park. I'm happy to see that.
It was a full park. You couldn't park and find parking. People, overflowing over to the Food Basics lot and then walking across, which is great to see.
That's what we did, Kinsman. You always let me know where to park. You like parking, right?
I'm
love talking about parking.
Guy.
Where are we going to park? I hear that every day. You like to be organized, I guess.
Yeah, got to be organized. Well, here, and I remember the 5th movie there, the movies, Imagine Cinemas, those sensory-friendly ones, Little Mermaid, I forgot.
Yes.
So they've got Spider-Man, they've got The Flash, Elemental, Transformers, and Little Mermaid.
Good. $10 to get in.
$10 to get in.
They got some cool times.
And they're Saturday morning. They start at 9:30 a.m. And are round out at about 10:10 on Saturday morning. So if you want to go see an early morning Saturday movie, and again, the lights have been adjusted and will be adjusted, and the sound will be adjusted for the sensory-friendly
This
showings.
is more Jamie Klomp time, because I went to go see Fast X, like the 9:50 showing. I loved it. Man, I struggled to stay up that late. I'm more of a 9:50 a.m. I hope Colin does that all the time.
9:50 a.m. And
Okay.
again, you can't beat $10, and every seat in there, the luxury recliners, if you've never been to Imagine Cinemas.
It's okay to eat popcorn and Twizzlers at 9:50
Sure it is.
a.m.
Yeah, it's a judge-free zone, Colin says.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I love it. I love them in there. So that's super great.
Theater popcorn. People just go in there on a daily basis, movies or not, and still just grab the concessions.
Yeah, well, I know a bunch of people that
They just go
buy
and grab the popcorn. Yeah.
So that's great. Okay, so a couple things coming up this weekend. We have, Dare Timmons, another
Yes,
free
Dare
family event.
Timmons coming up on Saturday, 11 to 2. Now, we're going to be at the mini putt and batting cages. If the first 100 show up, you're going to get free mini putt with your paid adults.
That's
right. We're going to have some fun, some swag to be given away, and of course, Dare. It's another free event with Dare.
Every month they put on a free event, and then the next day back to Hollinger Park.
Hollinger Park for the Kids Fun Day in the park, and that's thanks to our good friends at the Warriors.
Yeah, that's right. So if you look
Hard Rock MC.
Tricia says now she wants popcorn. I hear you. So do we. But isn't that cool? Like, once again, you don't have to break the bank, as they say. Where's Paul?
Free events are happening. And again, thanks to the Warriors, it's free for everybody who comes down from 11 to 4 Sunday, but they're picking up the price tag. For the inflatables, they've got Nadia from Climate Fund going to be hanging down there, we forgot to mention Paul Sebalj, who is just here, is their entertainment down there Sunday as well.
Busy guy, that guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So you're going to get a whole ton of stuff, and you don't have to break the bank, Kinsman.
No.
Are you bringing your boys out to both events?
I'm going to be bringing my boy. My boys already. It's funny. They know these dates on the calendar. The mini putt boys last year trying to beat their scores from last year, and they know the inflatables are going to be set up Sunday, a part of the Warriors' big day and the Kids Fun Day in the park.
You Got a good reason to keep them busy.
Keep them busy. You want to burn off some steam with the little ones, you take them out to these outdoor events.
All right.
And free's the best price tag because if you're a parent, you know exactly how much you're spending with your kids on a weekend.
That Guy
Money-wise,
That Guy
yeah.
really knows how to talk, eh?
He does, yeah.
What did he
He
manage?
sure does.
Tourism? in the
Tourism
city at
Timmins,
one
yeah.
point? He did a good job.
He did a good
Yeah,
job.
so get out.
Yeah.
Ronnie had posted the link. Get out and get your tickets down at the park.
Wawaitin
Yeah, that's right.
Holiday Park, and again, it's a fully serviced RV park. And again, that the fun on the water sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Hanging out there in a rubber dinghy, pontoons, a boat,
A rubber dinghy.
jet skis.
You'd be the only one on there.
Hanging
Well,
out there with
maybe.
your,
rubber dinghy. Do they call it that anymore? Do they? The rubber
Sure they
dinghy's
do.
like the blow up thing that used to be
It's the
yellow.
blow-up boat.
Yellow and blue.
Yeah. And the boat would blow up, and then the oar you'd blow up the oar, and then your
Type
oar
of
would.
cheap ass rubber dinghy. Did you blow up oar? Okay, well, fair enough. Hey,
Yeah.
did you have
Up
fun?
shit creek
That's
without
all
a
that-
paddle.
Hey, as long as
Yeah.
you had fun, that's all that counts. No style points. Hey, on a serious note, what's going on with that submarine that had the excursion down to the Titanic?
yeah,
There's not a
well,
lot of time to help those folks.
Not a
out.
lot of time left, no.
read about this?
You're seeing
No, they
reports.
found them.
Ronnie's saying
Well,
they found
They
them.
found them.
They found them, yes, but did they bring the submarine back up?
Okay, well, something must have
No,
changed.
A couple are in care right now, and one's critical.
So that must be some news that happened actually when the show
During the
started.
show, yeah, they were talking about following. I guess some were on board tweeting still
really?
during the
Wait a
the
second.
dive.
Wait, you're telling me I can't get reception in Porcupine, but people 10,000 miles in the
10,000
sea
miles
are
down
tweeting?
in the Marianas
Is this
Trench,
real?
where Titanic's remains
Wait,
were.
they didn't have cell service down there.
Well,
You're listening to rumors. Are they? Have
Could-
they
could
been
be
found?
rumors.
That is my question.
well, yeah, we're hoping they are because apparently they only had enough air in there till tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and I heard it was like very minimal chance that they were going to find them. And if they were, at the bottom of the ocean, they didn't even know if they were going to be able to pull them up safely.
Wouldn't be able to pull them up,
Yeah.
and if you pull them up too fast, implosion is there's a lot
Yeah.
in those waivers. If you see the waivers, those tourists signed to get on that sub,
Yeah.
lots of talk of death and destruction in there. So, $250,000 a ticket to do that.
So I don't know.
Yeah, crazy.
Unless something changed, we might have a miracle in hand, or Ronnie's just giving us any answer
No,
to hear
I
himself.
read about it home.
When did you hear about Ronnie?
I heard it before I came here.
Oh no, so
No.
nothing had happened by
no,
then,
no,
Ronnie.
no. They said there's a couple that are in medical care and one's critical.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Ronnie's trying to fool us here, Kinsey.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fake
Anybody
news.
know? Type in the comments there.
Yeah.
What's the status on that sub?
Ronnie's trying to trick us, I think. But maybe something happened.
Well, you're hoping for a good outcome,
Yes.
but it doesn't look too good if they're still down there.
No one's responding to that, but I guess we'll figure that after the show. Danielle said, "This is why I like my feet firmly planted on the ground."
Yes, hope it's a happy ending
yeah,
to this story. Yeah, for
1000%.
sure. Yeah, you don't want to wish any ill fate on anybody, but as they say, they knew what they were getting into.
Well, still,
Yeah,
nonetheless.
yeah.
I know what I'm
just
getting into with you, and I still come to work.
It's just
every
like
day.
boarding a plane. And speaking of planes,
Yeah.
Friday,
What's happening?
Mr. Noel Belair is going to give us a sneak peek of the Young Eagles. They're coming up to the airport on Saturday. The Young Eagles took a bit of hiatus past 3 years due to COVID. They're back Saturday. And again, if you follow Noel online, you get to go up for flight. Anybody ages 8, I do believe 8+,
That's right.
can get on an airplane and go for a quick tour of
Yeah.
the city. And again, follow the Young Eagles online for more
Yeah.
detail on that.
So any aviator enthusiasts in your family, kids? I used to bring my kids when they were younger. They get up, they
My little guy
learn a
is
lot.
just 7 though, so
fake ID. I'll sell you one for
Need a
$100.
fake ID. They're
What does it mean?
they're making it. Well, tomorrow's the last day of school. There, what are they doing at St. Dominic?
I'll
there?
make a- I'll
Let's
make
make some
them-
forged IDs there to make Ethan 8,
100,
so
130
you can
now,
get up
'cause
on a flight on the weekend.
Yeah, so that's happening Saturday, but on Friday, like you're saying, we're gonna go up in the plane. We're gonna try and do a live from there.
We're going to try and
It's
do a
gonna be
live
loud, I
now.
think.
We've been invited. I do believe live. Now, Noel Belair is going to meet us up at the airport 12 noon Friday, and Bill Chisholm, I want to say, is going to take us up for a 15-minute little flight of what they're going to be seeing on the Young Eagles on Friday. And we're going to try and do a live, and we'll see what happens.
We'll see our office, do you think?
We might fly over the office. We'll fly over. We're going to take the same path. I think the loop that Noel was talking about today on his page, over Walmart, over the mine, down to the Big Water, and then back to the airport.
Cool. All right, let's. Ronnie's on his phone. He's on a no-no list tonight.
He's making dating plans.
Yeah, he's making during the middle of the show.
He's still in the beginning stages of the dating world.
Noel said they were taking 60, and I think they have their passenger.
They have their passenger. So they already have their passenger. I know they have 4. They have 4.
What's this mean? Are we booted, Kinsman?
I don't think so, no. I don't think we're booted yet.
Noel taking 60. Oh, 60 for...
60, I think, passengers for the Young Eagles. So the Young Eagles have already been, they've already been signed up. I know he's got 4 aircraft that are going to be circulating
it's
every
a great
20
day.
minutes.
I've been a few times with my kids when they were younger.
And we're going up with Bill Chisholm. What does
right.
Bill Chisholm fly? Apparently a very nice jet.
An F-18.
An F-18, yeah. But he invited us up there. So 12 noon, that's our lunch date Friday. We're going up.
You know what? You talked about Maverick so much. You're going to show up with the aviator
We're going to do that. We're going
glasses.
to do the goose. Talk to me, goose.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to be Goose. We'd rather be Maverick. Yeah,
that's it.
Things don't happen well
Goose didn't end too well.
Good character, but not a good character, I think. Okay, so I hope everyone is surviving and enjoying the heat wave.
I love the heat wave. Again, I'd rather have this than snow.
Well, we hope you're surviving, Joanne, and having enjoying the sun. And hello, Jill. Okay, so let's give away some movie passes.
Yeah, he was going to the movies. Spider-Man, Transformers, The Flash, and again, the sensory-friendly movies coming up on the weekend. You can use those for those.
Roll the dice,
Ronnie. Let's roll the dice.
If we can get him off Twitter, he'll roll the dice.
He's talking to his lady there. Booking plans after the show here.
These guys are talking too much.
All right.
Jill Hardy.
Yes,
Congrats,
Jill. So we'll get in touch with Jill. Colin will get in touch with Jill and exchange vouchers, and she'll be off for the movies.
But we'll get Jill's email to give to Colin.
Yes, we will. So we'll get in touch with Jill, Jill, after the show, and we'll get you hooked up with those movie tickets. And again, sensory-friendly movies coming back. And if they're a big hit this Saturday, you're going to see them throughout the summer.
I think they will be a big hit. And thank you, Guy. We appreciate you.
Yes,
like
Guy
always.
Foisey always chiming in with the big comment. Yeah.
Types fast, that Guy. I could never make a comment like that in a couple
I'm
seconds.
the one finger typer.
Yeah. You don't even use a mouse. I don't know how you
I
do
use
it.
the track. I use the trackpad.
So last night I said, how do you tell the difference between something you write compared to I write?
And it's the emojis.
And you put 2 spaces after your sentence. Well, I only use 1. Today you were using like 4 spaces. What's going? Your space bar got a piece of gum on it.
I'm trying to throw you off.
I had to almost flip the page to see the beginning of the next sentence. That's wild, Kidsman. You're a wild man. That's a wild we get,
guy.
Add a spacing between paragraphs. All right, have a good night, Louise. We appreciate you. Time to close it out there,
Time
Kinsman.
to close her out. And again, congratulations to Jill. And we'll chat with everybody tomorrow. Jill
and
Hardy.
To Jill.
And big thanks again, Guy Lamarche, Paul Sebalj came in here, and a shout out to Wawaitin Holiday Park.
Beautiful place.
Yes, beautiful place.
Glamping.
And again, if you're looking for some glamping, if you haven't seen what glamping's all about, or yurts, right? Did you know what a yurt was until Guy Lamarche talked about that tonight?
Yurt was, but it sounds awesome.
Well, it's the stage before the cottage. Who knew that?
All right. And Ronnie will be out
going
there.
yurting, glamping. But get yourself in for those Canada Day dates, Canada Day and August 6th date, and let's pack them. As they say, they pack them out. Let's pack the water.
When Ronnie's RV's rocking, don't come a knocking. That's what he told me to say. So there we go. All right. Sean Seal, have an amazing night.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll
see you later.
See you tomorrow.
Escúchame, baby, yo te quiero, baby. Sin ti no valgo la pena, sin ti esto es una condena. escúchame, baby.